Morning. This is MJ from Marriage Capital 101. This weekend, we're dropping a two-part interview with Jimmie and Jennifer, a couple married 16 years who will share the blunt, real habits that kept them together, from money fights to division of roles and the truth about forgiveness, if there is any. Part one will premiere this Wednesday night. Part two drops Friday. Hit the subscribe, tap the bell. You don't want to miss this. See you on Wednesday. Here we go. So, Jimmie and Jennifer, how you guys doing?
We're doing
Doing all right.
good.
Doing all right.
I know it's a little awkward because we talked earlier, but it's all good. That's the magic of TV and all other good stuff. All right, so we're gonna start off
Yeah.
with how long have you two been investing in each other? In other words, how long have you started to where you're at now to get that 16 years in? How long have you been together and started this journey together?
Well, we've been together 19 years
Okay.
and married for 16 years.
Yes.
We've actually known each other since high school, but we didn't start dating until years later. We
Yeah.
reconnected years later.
Oh, like what? To 2006.
Yeah.
So we
Okay.
we graduated from high school back in 2000.
Mm-hmm.
So and
Okay.
reconnected in 2006.
Yeah.
So you guys are still
MySpace.
young.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
MySpace.
Yeah.
Wow.
Still young.
We're still
Yeah.
young.
I still have my profile. I don't know if they still
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still running, but I still have my MySpace profile, so that's pretty cool. All right. So who initiated this? Who made that first move when back in 2006?
I did. I did. I made the first move. Was it like a survey or something?
Yeah, it was a survey that was floating around on MySpace, and you could on MySpace, for those that don't know, you can post a survey and all your friends can see it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
what I did was I posted a dating survey, and
Oh, okay. Oh, you think
somebody
you slick?
replied.
I did.
Yeah,
You think you slick, huh?
yeah. So that was yeah. So that was the first sliding in the DMs.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what you did.
He
Yep.
thought he was slick. That's funny.
Yeah, that's what you did. Uh-huh.
So I posted it, and then she responded to it, and I was like, wait, that's Jennifer from high school. Wait a minute, and I looked at the pictures.
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, well, wait a minute.
So you start having
So I
flash.
read
You
the
start having
survey.
flashbacks. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but but no, I didn't see Jennifer like that back in high school because
Okay.
we was in different circles and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But I remember, what she looked like, and saw how much she improved over the years.
Not improved.
You
Don't.
know, so she looked good back then, but I wasn't looking at her like that. So
Right. Right.
I was able to look at her like that then. But yeah, she responded to the survey and said, um, I had a question on there asking like, would you date me? And she said yes. And I saw that. I was like, well, I responded back. I said, hey, I saw on number 8 here you said that you would go out on a date with me if I asked. And she said yes. So I was like, well, let's make it happen.
Oh, they need that on
So that's pretty
Facebook
much
now.
how.
That'd be good on
I know,
Facebook. That's
right?
something to, you know what? That's
It
something to
would
start.
be.
I might think about creating something like that. That's good. Like that's old school right
Okay.
there. Like that's
No,
old
it is
school.
old school, but hey, it worked. See?
It
It
worked. Yeah,
worked.
it
Yeah.
worked. It's a lot better than swiping left and swiping right. At least you get a couple of questions answered.
You know?
So that's cool. That's
Exactly.
Right. Right.
Exactly.
you know a little bit about them. That's crazy. So you guys. So after you connected on MySpace and you got that survey through. When was that first date? And was it like chaos or was it just like, oh, I'm never talking to them again? And then later on you figured it out or what happened?
at the time was living in Tallahassee.
Okay.
So he was like, next time we're in town, let's go out. And so that's what we did. Our first date was at Ruby Tuesdays. He
Okay.
came and picked me up from my parents' house. Um, and we went and had, was it lunch?
Mm-hmm.
We had lunch at Ruby Tuesday, had good conversation. I was looking at him. I was like, okay, he's cute. I don't remember, like he said, I don't remember this Jimmie in high school.
Right.
We didn't really, we had one class together our senior year. We moved in different circles, but we had some mutual friends, but we didn't talk or anything like that really in high
Right.
school. So getting to know him on a different level. And so we had good conversation. I was just looking at him. I was like, okay, he's cute, He's got nice lips, checking him out. And he was, very quiet. Well, I say quiet then, but I think now thinking about it, he was just more observant, just trying to get a feel for, who I was and stuff. And so I thought it was a good first date.
Yeah.
Good. You didn't know him, he didn't know you, but y'all knew of each other. That's cool. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So when did you guys make that decision to, that first kiss or, all of the other good stuff? When did you think about like, your first time, at least, was it first base or whatever like that? When did you think that first base was going to come, Jimmie?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I kind of realized that after the first week of us talking.
Mm-hmm.
Like she said, we had the first date well, it wasn't really a date. We were just meeting up.
Yeah, we're just meeting
Okay.
up.
At
Yeah.
Ruby Tuesdays, just talking to each other and stuff like that. But it was like little things that she was doing that kind of made me raise my eyebrows a little bit. Like, okay, there's maybe something here. Because we was talking, we had a nice conversation, and I know what I like in a woman's physique, and and we had the conversation, and she got up and walked away, and I was like, that's mine right there. That's I gotta make that mine. I don't know how to do it, but so that was that was the first time, and then after that, I remember telling her, I'm going back to Tallahassee, so I was catch you next time and stuff like that. And when I left, when I dropped her off and I went back to Tallahassee, I said I may hear from her later on that week or something like that, if that. And I just kept it moving. But then she called me later on that night. Okay. And was like, "Hey, I was just calling to see how did you make it home okay?" And we started talking a little bit more, and I was like, "Okay." So that lets me know that you really do like me, and right. I really do like you from what the conversation we had. So after that, we kept talking throughout that whole week, like every day, and I was like, "Okay, there's something here. There's something." Right.
So, yeah, that's good. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when did that first kiss happen?
Ooh,
I don't remember when it first happened. Like, so he would travel like back and forth from Tallahassee to Jacksonville. So when he was in town, we would go, do all the things together. Mm-hmm. Was it like when we went to the fair?
It had to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
that was like our real first date.
Yeah.
It was we went to the Jacksonville fair and played all the games and all that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty sure he got his first kiss that night. I laid it on him,
Yeah, because like I said earlier, like we was talking every day.
Yeah.
Right.
Since that first encounter. So, by that time we got to the first date. It was like, all right, man, that's we here.
Yeah.
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 So that the fair was pretty much the first real date, and I know we had the first kiss then. So.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So how long did it how long was the travel from Tallahassee to Jacksonville?
Like 2 hours, a 2-hour drive.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
That's not too bad. Yeah, But he drove all the way to Jacksonville every time, huh?
Yeah, and there were some times where I would go to Tallahassee to
Okay.
see him
Mm,
too.
yeah,
So,
we alternated. If I didn't have to go to Jacksonville, then we alternated.
Oh,
yeah.
Um, yeah, because I would still come home like to go to church, and I DJ as well. So sometimes I have to come to Jacksonville to DJ, and then I'll go back home. I'll go back to Tallahassee after that, to go back to work and stuff.
Yeah.
So that we would flip flop just like that.
Yeah. So there were some weekends I would like finish up at work and then just get right on the road and head to Tallahassee to see him. So,
okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
late night falling asleep on the phone calls and all of the good stuff. Y'all did that.
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
all
All
that.
of that.
Yeah.
You
All
hear
the
it,
cute
you hear him
things.
snoring, and then you figure out it's time to hang up.
Like, let
Yep.
me just hang up the phone, okay?
Yep. All right, I'm gonna hang up. You hang up. I'm gonna hang up. Hang up then.
All right, bye. Okay, see you later. Okay, bye, bye, bye,
Why you still here?
bye.
I thought you was hanging up.
Exactly.
All right. All right. So when did you decide to make that make everything permanent? How long did it take you guys to decide you were serious and just basically say this is my person? I'm in it for life now. When did you guys get to that point?
We so we started like we connected like in September.
Mm-hmm.
So by like November, I just I think I was to the point where I was like, okay, I'm just gonna lay this all out here. Are you serious? Do you want to be serious with me? Because if not, just tell me so I can move on. That's literally what I told him.
Straight up.
I
Straight
just told him
up.
straight up, this is what I'm looking for. I'm not trying to play no games. If you about those games, leave me alone. Like basically is what I told
Right.
him. So,
Mm-hmm.
um,
You remember what I told you when you said that?
no, you can tell me.
I said, "Is that supposed to scare me?"
Oh, you said that?
Yes.
Oh,
And he was
okay.
like, "Oh, I'm just trying to let you know." I was like, "Okay, whatever."
Well, I mean, because I think by that point I had dealt with a lot of,
Mm-hmm.
people that were
Mess.
playing games with my emotions, and I was just over it. So I'm like, if you're not serious, just let me know now, cut my losses, and just move on. But I actually went to his parents' house for Thanksgiving and met his mom, met his aunties. I met like all kind of people that day, and I think one of your aunties tried to intimidate me, but I was just like, I just answered her question and kind of moved on. They kind of gave me a look like, oh, okay, she's a little different because I just said what I needed to say and
That's
just
right.
moved on.
Straight to it. Straight to it.
Yeah, and so I think later on that day we were together and he officially asked me to be his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Thanksgiving. It was in November.
Okay.
Yep. So, and then we usually have the fair like October, the end of October. So yeah, so it didn't take long.
Yeah, it didn't take long at
Yeah, I
all.
was gonna say from September to Thanksgiving was about it, huh?
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
that's
that's about it.
that's about as quick as we did it. So it's okay.
Yeah. it's like it's like when you know, you know.
When you know
So
exactly when you
it
know, you
sounds
know.
kind of cliche, but it really is true. Like when you
Mm-hmm.
know, you just know.
Yeah.
So
Too many resources today. They got all the Tinder, they got the
yeah,
Bumble, whatever, all the stuff. It's just too much. They got Facebook, they got Instagram, they got TikTok. People are trying to make connections on stuff like shopping apps, like Whatnot and Poshmark. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, you see somebody's
oh,
profile picture and you just get all ready to go. Like it's like you got too many resources, and too many
yeah,
resources. That's what leads to the mess that most of these kids are in right now.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
very
It's crazy. So,
true.
all right, we're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna be moving on, and we're gonna move on. I think I found my camera. Thank God I can edit this. It's- okay, I gotta find my dang camera. All right, so moving on. So You guys were together for about, let's say, right now, what I got from hearing what you said, you were together for approximately 3 years before you got married. Um,
Yeah.
Yes.
because you've been together 19 and you married for 16. Okay, so um,
Hmm.
because every marriage has their own system, and we know that he or she handles the money, who handles what in the relationship, and how do you navigate that as a couple, and how hard has it been to do that, and at what point are you at now in doing that?
Mm.
Oh my
I can slow it down and we can go one by one. So so let's just start. Who handles what in the relationship?
Who handles what?
You want that?
Uh,
You want
okay, I guess I'll take that. So, we do kind of split the bills. So right now, I guess for lack of a better word, I'm the breadwinner. I don't really like using that. I just happen to make a little bit more money in this point of our marriage. I'll just put it like that. And
Okay.
so I handle like the mortgage. I make sure that we all have life insurance and and medical insurance and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you handle like the
Oh,
water bills,
yeah.
all the
Electric bill, phone bill,
yeah,
what other bills? Kid
yeah,
bills.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, the kid
Kid
bills,
needs clothes, kid needs
right?
shoes, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I handle like make sure we have our auto insurance and homeowners
Mm-hmm.
insurance. That's like all under me, and he handles like all the home bills. I would say that's the
Yeah.
best way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Vehicle maintenance, all that other good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. All that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So we. So I know some married couples they'll do like joint accounts and things like that. And we do. We have a joint checking and savings account, but then we have our own separate checking and savings account. So all of our bill money goes into the joint checking, and we save money when we can.
Right.
Right.
And then like all of our personal stuff is separate. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what works for us. I know other couples it works a little bit different. I think we tried to put everything together at one point and that just
Mm-hmm.
didn't work for us.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of how we decided to handle like the finances and things like that.
Right.
Your other question about kind of where we are now, um, I will say that budgeting is not our best friend. Like, well, I think we both have different approaches. Like, I'm very much I need a spreadsheet. I need to write it all out. I need to see it all on paper. And Jimmie is very much like it's all in my mind.
Yeah.
It's all up here. I don't need to write it out. So
Because it is.
it's like it's all in my
Right.
mind. It's all up here, and I'm just very much. I need to see it all laid out. I need to know the interest rates for all the credit cards. I need to know when the payments need to be made. I like
Right.
that's just
Yeah.
very much how I operate, and so that has been a little bit of I'll say contention because that's the only word I can use to describe it. I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Right.
like it's a push and pull between trying to figure out what's the best method for both of us together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I would agree.
yeah,
But at the end of the day, we do make sure that everything is taken care of
right, right.
financially. Just she'll come to me and say, "How are we gonna handle, this bill or this situation?" And I'm like, "Okay, I got it. I'll put it in the joint savings and stuff like that, so
Mm-hmm.
we have it. So
Okay.
everything gets taken care of. But like I say, like she just said, like she may have her way of doing things, or she may need more money than what I need that particular month or something like that, and I don't need much, so it's cool with me. So as long as everything get taken care of in the house, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys answered like 3 or 4 questions in that little. you
Oh, did we?
you went through both. You went through 3 or 4 questions. I ain't gotta ask. I ain't gotta ask none of them. You cut
What
that.
you saying
You
now?
cut that short. Straight on to it. So let me reiterate what you said, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
You used to share a joint account and decided that did not work for you. You now have a joint account and your own individual account so that you guys can spend your money the way you want to spend your money, but yet you take care of the bills. I think a lot of people don't understand that, and they think sometimes, like you said, you go all in with a joint account and then you figure out if it works. If it doesn't work, then you have to figure something else out. And what I've noticed is a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people, and very rarely do I interview them, but I talk to a lot of people, and I find out they're still doing the joint account thing, and it's not working. And when you try to say, "Hey, well, maybe that's not what's good for you," or you designate somebody to do certain things, but if you can't rely on your spouse to do it, then why would you do that? So it's hard to figure that out, but you got to figure that out.
Yeah.
Because I'm in a transition in my life. My wife used to take care of all the bills, all of them. I just gave her the money, took care of all the
Mm-hmm.
bills, and then I put my money to the side. And my money is what I call mad money.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm mad at her and I want to go buy something, that's my money. That's mad money.
You know it. You know it.
And we've been using this for all 22 years of our freaking marriage. We've been using that because it works. We do pay our bills, we do that, but when she wants to go buy something, she goes and buys it, and it doesn't jeopardize our home, our vehicles,
Right.
our children. It doesn't do it.
Right.
So the mad money is what I have, and I try to tell people you got to have your own money because you don't want to
Yeah.
always ask your spouse, "Hey, can I go buy this?" Because it's a little bit of you get a
Exactly.
little bit of hostility. And the last couple we had, um, Emily and Joel, they were fighting over a pair of gloves because she wanted some, and these gloves were expensive apparently. But
Uh-huh.
they literally argued over a pair of gloves, and it was something she wanted and something he's like, "Oh, we don't really have the budget for." But they both have individual careers and they both make their own money. And
Yeah.
something like that is just not probably the thing to argue about. Just let her get the dang gloves. It's her money, right? It's your money,
Right.
but I mean, even if they're $200 gloves, it is what it is. But
Right.
yeah, so that was the thing that I was tripping on that little conversation. It looks like you guys got it figured out, right? So, and that
Yeah.
it takes time, and if you and they've been married 19 years, so if
Mm-hmm.
and that was just recently supposedly they fought over a pair of gloves. So, um,
Wow.
my wife and I, we don't have conversations like that. We just say, "Hey, I'm going to go buy this," and she's like, "Well, you can, I guess, if you want to, but," and then she'll mention something, and I go, "Okay, yeah, you might be right. I'll wait until 2 months from now, and I'll get it." But there's never an argument, and
Yeah.
and a lot of people argue over money.
Yeah.
Money is the
And
number one argument, and why?
yeah, we don't have arguments about money per se. There's been certain situations where maybe we needed something in the household and I would have been like, it would have been nice if you had a conversation with me about that first. But we're here, so let's just move on.
Yeah,
I will say, um, years if those conversations would have happened years like in our early years of our marriage, it would have been a different outcome because
you're
I was
right.
a different person then.
Absolutely.
I was I was a little bit more not nice in the way I would approach things,
Right.
but
Animated, probably.
yeah, just a little.
Just
Just a little animated. So like nowadays it's just kind of like, okay, this has been done. It would have been nice if you would talk to me about it, but how are we going to move forward? Like, there's no reason to argue over it. It's what's done is done. So let's just how we're going to move forward with it. So,
yeah.
and we thank God for the new Jennifer.
Sometimes that's the way to do it. Sometimes, because I know I
Yeah.
bought I bought a refrigerator because I wanted the little tiny ice, and it showed up. and I moved the other one to the garage. I had help, of course. I moved the other one to the garage, popped the new one in, and she was not happy. And I'm like, he's like, what's your problem? She's like, you didn't tell me you bought another fridge. I'm like, we needed another fridge. I don't like the ice in that fridge. And I said, guess what? It's too big to take back.
Oh. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
So guess what? That refrigerator's still here today. So
What choice does she have?
so there you go, Jimmie. Just make it so big that there's nothing she can do about it. Vice versa. Jennifer, you find something he can't take back, then you got it. Just keep. I've done that with a gun safe. I've done that with a couple other things. So they
Oh
too
my
big to take
Uh,
goodness.
back. Guess what? And it was my mad
yeah,
money, so it is what it is, right?
Well, that's different
yeah.
with your mad money.
I just did that. So she just asked me about this Amazon box sitting in his in this room, and I told her what it was. It's a shower head, but what she don't know is I spent about 30 to 45 minutes looking at the shower head because I'm like, if I buy this shower head and she don't like it, I'm gonna hear about it for the next 5 to 10 years about she don't like the color of the shower head or it's not spraying right. And I
Right.
was like, should I text her at work just to ask her if she liked this shower head? And should I even ask her to look at it? If I ask her to look at it, it's gonna take days before she even make a decision
Right.
to
Right.
get a
It will.
shower head when I
It
can
will.
get the shower head and install it by Saturday, which is today. And
That's cool. That's cool. Shower head. Okay, fine.
is it?
It's gonna be
Okay.
fine. It's gonna be fine.
He didn't tell
I
you
might
it's
have
three
to
hundred
update.
dollars.
I might have to update you and let you know if she gave me any flack about this shower head once I put it up.
It's gonna be fine.
You didn't tell her it was $300, did you?
No, I didn't. I didn't tell her.
Did it come out the family budget?
See, it didn't. It didn't.
So I don't care.
I paid for it. I paid for it with my own money.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't care.
We gonna keep on
Yeah.
this one. I got one more question for this one. As a couple, gonna say what as a couple, what's one money mistake that you guys made early, and you wanted to tell somebody that's probably not the thing to do. Like something like you purchased and it was too soon, or something you purchased together and it was like, maybe we should have waited a couple of years because it wasn't right for you at the time, and then you had to deal with it, and then it's something that you just you're stuck with now, but you did it and you got it and you paid for it. Is there anything like that you guys ever had?
Do we want to talk about early on or now?
I said early on. I said early on.
Early
Early
on.
on?
Early
Oh,
Early
on.
on.
okay. Um,
What you gonna say? I know what I would say.
what would you say?
That doggone water softener.
Okay. Well, yeah.
A water softener. Not that it wasn't needed.
Right.
I think how we got it and how we went about getting it was not the right way. Because who did we go through? We went through like
So
Home Depot or
yeah.
something
So
like that.
this is when we had our first home. I went to Home Depot one day to get some supplies, and I was approached
Yeah. Yeah.
by someone selling water softeners, and they came to the house. They showed us the water softener, showed it to Jennifer, and they showing it how good it's gonna work and all that good stuff, and we bought into it. And yeah, so we wound up paying for a water softener, but we didn't really have the money to pay for a water softener.
No.
So we had to make payments on it, and it took like what, a couple years, few
Yeah.
years before we paid it off. And
And
yeah,
the interest on it, like
yeah,
just the way we did it
Right.
yeah,
was bad. It was so awful. I think we were just determined, like, let's pay this off. Let's just pay it. It was
Yeah.
just, yeah,
yeah. Just
Did-
an unnecessary deal that we
Yeah.
got caught into.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what was it? What was the end cost of that water softener? You
I
remember?
don't even. I don't.
It
I
was,
don't want
yeah.
to remember.
Did it hurt?
It
It
hurt.
hurt.
Yeah,
It hurt.
it was like almost 8 grand. I think.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness!
it
Yeah.
was awful. Just the worst decision we made.
Yeah.
So y'all hear that? Don't go to Home Depot and get handed that
No.
little thing to check your order and then go talk to the order softener people. Because I remember that. I remember them doing that.
Yep.
And I
Yep.
got a short story on that. They handed me the water softening thing. I took that kit, and a dude came to my house, and he's showing his water that he had, and he's showing the chlorine. Then he showed my water he had, he's showing the chlorine, and they looked exactly the same when he was done. So he was his face. You should have seen his face when he mixed all the stuff in, and my water didn't change, and his water didn't change. He was like, "Well, I guess you don't need a water softener." I said, "I guess I don't. Have a good day." So that was a good lesson because I probably was gonna buy it too if it would have showed up like and he couldn't do nothing to change my water. It was over. I was like, "You got to go." I gave him a bottle of water. I gave him a bottle of water, and he left the house and he was like, I don't think he knew what to say. He was
He was
flabbergasted.
like, dang, that didn't work out in his
That
favor
didn't
at
work out
all.
at all. Yeah, because sometimes they have you send the water in, but this dude came to the house. He was eager too. He came to the house. He tested my water, and he was looking crazy when it didn't change. He didn't know what to do.
Mm,
Oh man.
So I kindly
mm,
showed him to the door, handed him a water bottle, and he left by his way. Never heard nothing from him again.
mm. That's hilarious.
That is that I've never seen. I don't think he's ever seen that. He did not know what to do. So they probably devised a scheme to add something to people's orders, so it would change from that point on. So
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
all right, moving on. And those are RFIDs. If you guys don't know, those are RFID tags. Um, and basically, I scan it, and it basically shows the next episode and stuff like that. And they got a roll or something for like it's like $20 for a roll of like 200. And you can also
Okay.
put them. You can also put them on like hide them on your bikes, on your cell phone and stuff. So if something gets stolen
Mm.
and you find it in a pawn shop and you think it's yours, you can scan the RFID with your phone and you can see if that's yours.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's good
it's
to know.
crazy stuff. All right, so moving on. You guys are parents. How many kids you got?
Two. Two
Two.
boys.
Two boy. Oh my goodness.
I'm out here in this world by myself.
Excuse me. All right, so you got two boys.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah. And how old are these boys? Just curious.
Our oldest is 11 and our youngest is 2 years old.
Oh wow! Congratulations on the 2-year-old. Yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's something else. The 2-year-old. Yeah.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
so how's the relationship between the 11 and the 2-year-old?
They actually have a really good relationship. Um, my oldest has always wanted a sibling. He would take more siblings if we had them.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, they have a really good relationship. There's times where, you know, he gets aggravated by the younger brother and things like
Right.
that, but they love each other. My 2-year old is always looking up to him, wants to do things with him, and my oldest is really good with him. He thinks he's the dad sometimes.
That's good.
So,
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
yeah.
That means they'll take care of him later. I'm thinking,
Oh, yeah.
hoping,
He's
hoping.
always looking out after him. Yeah.
So, what was you guys' parenting style difference between the 11-year-old and the 2-year-old? Um, Trial and error, chaos, or you guys figured it out straight up?
I'll let you take that one. Yeah.
Okay. In the beginning, it was trial and error,
Mm-hmm.
just seeing what works. Um, yeah, now it's like they're two totally different kids.
Yeah.
My oldest, he was real laid back growing up till now, and just he was real chill. He didn't do
Mm-hmm.
much. But that young one, that toddler, he is a wild child.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is a wild child. He's real. He likes to run. He likes to jump off of stuff. He likes to throw stuff. And this is like, man, can you just sit down? Can you be like your older brother and just chill out for a little bit? Play on your tablet or something, just for a little bit. And like, no,
No.
nope.
nonstop,
all day.
all day.
Yeah.
That's good though. Put him in sports. Put him in whatever. Just get him going. Get him so tired that he wants to he wants to come home and go to sleep.
Oh
You
yeah.
think that would work, but it doesn't don't work all the time. There has been times where he's like, "Mommy, I'm tired." I'm like, "Then sit down somewhere. You
Yeah.
don't have to move." So
He still don't understand it.
No,
still,
he don't.
yeah,
He just keeps going.
keeps going.
Yeah. And then when it gets real quiet, you look over there, he sleep. It's like,
Uh,
oh, okay.
it's all
Then he
about his
wakes up
timing.
all over again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Do you have you talked to your 11-year-old about like money and stuff like that? Have you gotten a little chat with them about, saving money and trying to build money and earning money and stuff like that? Have you gotten have you had that talk with him yet?
Not yet, but I know it's coming. I had a conversation with him last week about it. He just came out the blue and just said, "I want to know how to make money, Dad."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, I can definitely show you that, and I can make that happen too around this house. Give you some chores, and we can
Yeah.
get you started, sir."
Hmm.
But he's just now asking about money and finances, so I already know I got some work to do with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you,
But
Jennifer? You talked to him?
Yeah, we've had some conversations about money. I know he's learned a lot at church about tithing and saving and things like that. So we kind of had a conversation about it like that. But sometimes we kind of try to let him know what's going on without telling him too many details.
Right.
Um, like he'll ask to do something, or like I was like, "Oh, well, we have to pay the water bill or something." He's like, "You have to pay for water? You have to pay to live here?" I was like, "Yes, baby, it's called a mortgage. We gotta pay
Yeah.
it every month." And then, or when he's like, if I say I'm tired or don't feel like working, he's like, "Well, just don't go to work." I was like, "Then you won't have a place to stay, and you won't have health insurance if I don't work, honey. So I have to go to work even when I don't feel like it sometimes. So that's kind of the money talk we've had, like just different conversations like that. But I don't want, but because he is very much a sensitive type of child, I don't want him to get too caught up in, oh well, mommy and daddy don't have the money for this. I'm like, that's not your job to worry about that. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be taken care of. So, but I do want him to be aware of, you know, certain things and be conscious of it. So,
Oh
yeah.
That's good. Yeah, he's at that age. Give him as much information as you feel comfortable. Because if
Yeah.
you give him too much, and he's that type of kid, he'll start worrying. And
Right.
he got enough stuff to deal with.
Yeah.
They literally do have enough stuff to deal with in high school and navigating the internet and stuff like that. So it's a lot for them right now, and I empathize with these kids these days. Um, it's just again, like I said, it's so much out there, and you got so
Yeah.
much as a parent. You got so much to do to protect them. So,
Right.
yeah.
but yeah, keep moving, and keep them doing what you're doing. Because and again, woo, boys, yeah. I've got three girls, so
Yeah.
I can't understand what you're going through. Mine's a little
Well, I'm the oldest of three girls, so yeah, I can only imagine what my dad felt like having all girls in the
yeah,
house. So I'm
something
having the
else.
opposite effect with,
Mhm.
all boys.
How about you, Jimmie? Siblings, stuff like that?
I only have one sister, so
Okay.
that, that was all I had. So I, I'm good. But I mean, with them two, I mean, I just make sure I take my vitamins. Make sure make sure I'm ready to go when they wake up
Oh,
because
okay.
once they get started, you got to run after them like all day. So
All day.
I just make sure I take care of myself so I can take care of them.
I'm still. You said I make sure I take my vitamins to deal with my kids.
It's important. Start
Oh
taking
man.
supplements so you can
Yeah.
keep up because,
Yep.
yeah.
Shoot.
Is the older one in any sports or activities or anything like that that you have to keep up with him?
He's not involved in any sports right now, but with him being very active, I just let him like run around outside.
Yeah. Okay.
I just bought him a scooter, so he loves riding on that scooter outside. So I'm like, go ahead, ride as much as you want, sir. Just keep
Yeah.
going,
Yeah.
keep going till you tire yourself out, please. So I make sure he like to go outside, so I just make sure you go outside as much as you can.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, he get to play all day, and I get to sleep at night.
That part. That's
Yep.
important.
Yeah. They running boys is something that I've heard you had to do. Thank goodness I didn't. I never had to figure that out. So girls are
Oh,
simple. They want to sit in the house and talk on the phone and stuff like that and hang out, and I don't know what else they do. I just make sure I know what their internet looks like when they were growing up and stuff like that.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
A little more protective of girls than I would be of boys, but nowadays it's about the same. It really is.
About the
It
same.
really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back in the
Yeah.
day, we had to worry about girls a lot. Now it's everybody because it's so much access. So much access. Um.
Right.
So
So true.
so moving on, we're going to talk about